Hey, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? Well, in this video, I'm going to be showing you all how I create my everyday eye look. Many of you guys have requested, the look I wore either in my haul video or it must have been in, oh gosh, I can't remember. But it was in my most recent haul video that you guys saw my eye look. You guys want to know how I created it. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the favorite products I like to use and how I created this look. So if you'd like to know how I created this look, and I also have a little mini lash tutorial included, stay tuned and just keep on watching. Okay, let's get started. Now, the first thing I always do is prime my eyes, and the primer I will be using is by NARS, and it's their smudge-proof eyeshadow base. And if you would like to know how I do my brows, I do have a video that I can post a link here, and I also will post a link toward the end of the video you can click on and go direct to the video to learn how I do my brows every day. So let's move on. The very first shade I'm going to be using is from my Sephora Pantone Universe palette, and I'm going to be using a color called Camel. I'm going to use Sigma, and this is their E50 brush, and Camel is a matte light brown tone I'm going to apply on my lid. I love the E50 brush. This is their large fluff brush, can't talk, but it gets the color on the eyelid very quickly, especially if you're in a hurry, and hence this is my everyday eye look. Hence what I'm doing, I'm just applying the color directly on the lid and slightly to the crease, so you can turn the brush over and kind of blend out. And we're going slightly above the crease, so all the way to, but not all the way to the brow bone area. The next shadow I'll be using is by MAC. This is called Orb, I Need Some More. And I'm going to be using my MAC 224 brush. This is a large, fluffy, dome-shaped brush. I like this brush because it grabs color and it does not deposit a large amount of color. And for an everyday look, I don't really want a lot of color. I'm going to lightly tap that on my brow bone and begin to blend over the very first shade we applied on from the Elemental palette. Once I have that blended out to my liking, the next thing we're going to move on is to warming up the crease area by creating a little bit of warmth and definition. I'll be using MAC Brown Script. It's kind of like a reddish brown tone, and it's perfect for my skin tone to kind of create a little bit of warmth and depth to my eye. I'll be using the same MAC 224 brush, grabbing just a little bit of the product. We're going to tap it to the tip of the brush, tap off some of the excess to avoid fallout, and we're going to begin to start at the crease area of the eye, just depositing the most amount of color there. And then we're going to begin to blend upward using a windshield washer motion, blending back and forth. Grabbing just a little bit more, I'm just going to blend a little bit in the crease just to emphasize that color there. And then I'm lightly blending upward so I can create a fading effect to this shade. But you see how that warms up the crease area of my eye? The next shade I'll be using is also from MAC. This is called Handwritten. Now this one is a matte eyeshadow, and it's kind of more of an umber or a brown tone. I am using the same brush. Don't need that many brushes when you're doing an everyday eye look, hey? At least I don't think so. But again, this is going to be deposited only at the crease area, so I'm really just working it right in the crease. This is going to create my depth I want for my eye look. And I'm staying in the outer third or half of my eye. Once that's complete, we're going to create a little shading around the lash line. For those of you that are blessed with beautiful long lashes, this is a great technique to use to make those lashes appear thicker and fuller of the lash line. I'm using the same eyeshadow from MAC, the Handwritten. I'm using an angled brush from Sigma. This is one of their old SS266 brush, but an angled brush. I'm going to take a little bit of the color here and tap it on. And what we're going to do is really go underneath the lash line, and you're basically lining. Start in the outer corner first, just so you have most of the concentration of the color out here, and then begin to move it toward the center of the eye and a little bit past the center. I don't want to completely close up the eyelid. Moving on the upper part, just in the outer third of the eye, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm really going to line the lash line and then sweep the color slightly upward. You see how it really defines the outer corner of the eye? I don't necessarily need to do the entire eyelid because we will go back and line with the liquid liner. Now once I have that complete, the eye looks done, I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. The lashes I will be using that I wear for every day, I like to use the Ardell, and these are the number 110, a part of their fashion lash line. I love to use that because I don't want them really big and dramatic for daytime. I just really want them subtle but give me a little oomph compared to what I have to work with. What I'm using is Duo Lash Adhesive, but I'm applying a bit of the glue on the lash line. You want to make sure you get a lot of glue on the corners of the lashes, just because those tend to lift throughout the day. We're human, our eyes water, we laugh, we giggle, we cry, so this gives you a little bit more insurance that they'll stay on all day long. I also will use a Q-tip. I like to make sure I really get an even distribution of the lash glue and lift off any excess. And then we're just gonna let it dry for about 30 seconds. And once the glue gets to a tacky consistency, we're gonna go ahead and apply these lashes on. I like to use my fingertips just to at least place it down there, and once the glue is tacky, you see how the lashes are not moving? It's giving me time. It's still slightly wet but tacky. It gives me time to grab my tweezers and really set the lashes on. So I like to work from the outer corner first and make sure I got the lashes secured, and then we're going to go ahead and grab the inner corner and plant them down. Once I get them planted in place, I really play with the placement of the lashes just so it's really snug and tight and close to my natural lashes, but not touching them completely. Once you get them on, they should look like this here. Now, giving them a little time to dry, what I am going to do is begin to line my upper lash line. The liner I am so in love with is the CoverGirl, and this one's called Line Exact. It's really hard to see, but that's what it's called. Truly love this liner. I'm staying really close to the lash line. I don't really want a thick, defined, lined eye. And I really don't want I really don't want a heavily defined wing, so I'm going to keep it really tiny. Once I get my eyes lined, the look will look like this. And the final things I will do is, one, grab my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide. And this is in 0. I'm going to line the waterline, but only the outer third. I really want to create a little depth around the outer corners of my eyes and really define them. The next thing I will do is go back and grab an angled brush. I'm going to go back and blend out the eye look as well, just so it gives it a chance to set the eyeliner so I don't end up with running eyes. And then last for the eyes, I'm going to use my Peter Thomas Roth Lashes to Die For mascara. And it only comes in black. And I'm going to really blend my natural lashes into the false lash. And then we're going to really work the lower lashes too, because they are tiny. And then once you're complete, the look should look like this. So what I'm going to do is zoom back out and show you what I do to the rest of my face. Okay, for the rest of my face, what I'm going to do is use my NARS, and this is my Casino Bronzer. I like to use this just to warm up the contours of my face. I tend to have a larger forehead. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Sigma F10 brush. And what I'm going to do is sweep the bronzer along my cheekbones, forehead lines, or forehead area, just so I can minimize the size of it. You know, this was one thing I was teased in grade school. Everybody said I had a large forehead. So if you guys had that or still self-conscious about it, definitely go ahead and do, you know, put bronzer around the temples and move it along the jawline to balance out the face. I think I grew into mine. What do you guys think? Ha! The next thing I am going to use is Smashbox. I love these. This is the Smashbox Halo Longwear Blush. It's called In Bloom. And it's a beautiful peachy blush color. Now I am going to use the same brush I use for my bronzer, only because I'm being lazy. But I'm just going to apply a little bit onto the cheek area. It's a pretty peachy color, right? I put a little bit more just so you guys can see the color. And if you'd like to know, this is what it looks like, and it comes in a container like this, and you turn the dial and the color comes out. So I really like, I can control how much color I'm using, and the color is really pretty. For my highlight, I'm going to be using Girl Meets Pearl. I love this as a highlighter. For us with a little bit more warm skin tone, it's a perfect highlighter that's very more yellow versus a pink tone to it. So it really complements our skin tone if you have a medium to dark skin tone. And what I do is just apply it to my cheekbone and kind of stipple it on. And for my lips, I am going to be lining my lips using MAC's pencil. This is called Lasting Sensation. It's a pretty orange tone. And I picked this color because this is a perfect lip color to wear with this eye look. If you're doing a neutral eye and you want to test out those fun, bright summer colors, perfect. The next thing I'm going to use on my lips is one of the new colors I bought from the All About Orange collection. This color is called Sushi Kiss. It's a pretty orange tone. It's almost, to me, it's just gorgeous. I'm really applying it just toward the center of the lips so I can create kind of an ombre effect to really give the lips a little bit more of a luminizing look, because this lip color is very matte. I'm going to be using my Revlon. This color is called Papaya number 20. I'm not too sure if they still carry these. I really like these, but it's part of their Color Burst collection. I think I bought over the winter months. I'm going to take a little bit of my lip color and put it right over to my lips. And just simply pat it on. And once you've done that, you have completed the look. I hope y'all enjoyed this step-by-step tutorial. If you have any questions as far as how where I found these products, by all means visit my blog, which is beautychameleon.com. I will have a link to the video in the information box below. And again, if you want to see how I do my eyebrows every day, there will be a link in the information box below and also at the end of the video. And if there's any other requests you guys have, you want to know how I put my false lashes on in more detail, by all means leave me your comments below so I can kind of put together another list of videos for you guys in the month of July. Until then, you guys be safe and also have a wonderful 4th of July celebration with your friends and family. Until next video, I'll talk to y'all later.